My name is Celine and my multimedia application is called Bunny's Boba, where the main interaction of the simulation includes clicking and dragging. Starting with the intro screen, users will be greeted with the instruction button that can be clicked to show a pop-up interface that gives an overview of what the simulation will be like. Once user presses the start button, the game will begin. To start with the game, users will be greeted by a set of instructions from Bunny on the bottom right corner of the screen. Bunny will then prompt the user to turn on the light switch on the upper right corner of the screen. Then, a customer will appear on the stand and users have to click the customer to get their order. After clicking the customer, a note will appear on the bottom left corner which can be opened and closed with a mouse click. And the next section, we will be clicking and dragging a set of ingredients to create a drink into the hopper. Ultimately, users will have to click ingredients that align with the customer's order on the bottom left and then drop them over to the hopper right over here. If users decide that the ingredients they put are not correct, there is a reset button on the machine that allows users to insert the ingredients again and mix the ingredients whenever they are ready. Once the machine finishes making the drink, users can click on the finished product to open up another interface that allows them to decorate the glass with a heart sticker or a thank you note, or both. And once the drink is finished, users can drag the object towards the coaster that is placed right in front of the customer and receive a response that changes depending if the drink is correct or not. If users give their customers the wrong order, then they will have to reset to the drink making state and choose the correct ingredients before moving onto the outro screen again. Now, some of the technical requirements of this game includes a factory pattern which is used to create all of the objects, GUI-based interactions of clicking, dragging, and dropping objects, as well as the Perlin's noise used in this monitor loading screen right over here, and this decorator interface which is made using the decorator pattern. And there's also two fractal recursions coded. First is the circle that is looping above the coaster right over here, and the second one is the tree portrait above the drink for equal points as well. And once the customer is satisfied, the outro screen will appear with the restart button that replays the game. Now for the rest of the equal points, all of the pixel art here are drawn by me except for the bunny that is in this outro and intro screen here and here, and also the customer's face, which will all be referenced at the end of the video. But I did some alterations as well on the drawings, such as recoloring the art so that it fits with the color scheme of the game, and everything else is drawn by me. Now for the next eco point, I added a meaningful gradual day to night shifting for the environment and added a meaningful rain animation as well that only appears for when the day shifts to the evening. For ambience, the sound of rain only appears when the rain animation is drawn for realism, and then the ingredient, machine, monitor, conveyor belt, and even the customer animates and moves when users interact with them. And finally, the appearance of the final drink changes based on the ingredients that the user chooses or inserts inside the hopper. Finally, the J buttons and decorator interface is customized for further points, and audio is used for all interactions, ambience, and background music as well. Now, moving on to the code structure, I have 7 packages in total where every object is made using a factory pattern in this object factory class. As you can see, there's a method to create different types of objects where I create an array list and implemented them in the panel using a specific or a specified parameter instead of calling the whole constructor itself. And moving on to the object class, this is basically the superclass that holds all common methods and attributes. And extending from the superclass, we have the animated objects for all objects that are interactive, and the inanimate objects for objects that stand still or do not interact at all. And then extending from this animated object, we have the movable objects as well, which allows objects to move, such as the conveyor belt and the drink. And for subclasses of the inanimate object, we have the clickable object, which are objects that can be clicked by the mouse, like ingredients and such, and the collidable object class as well, that can detect collision between this object and another object, such as the hopper and the coaster. And lastly, the decorator pattern is all inside the decorator package, and complex objects and buttons are all in the environment and GUI package, which also extends one of the element classes. And finally, try catch is used on the image loader and minim helper to catch any unwanted file errors. And that is all for my video report. I hope you enjoyed the game, and thank you so much for watching.